Hell- Let me try that again. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome, one and all. Okay, let me go back here to see who was here first. Green Planet. We hope it stays that way. Oh, thank you so much for being here, Green Planet. And let me see who else is here. Ingrid Soares, Mama Jane, Teresa McDougall, Lydia Washington, Sherry Ware, Black Queen, Lambert Charles, Noby D, Louise Narcissus, S, Rochelle Baudreau, Susie Q, Brenda Lawler, Marcia Ware, Deborah Robinson, Monica M. I'm just going to go all the way to the last person into the chat. Lola Love, thank you very much. Okay. Gonna try to keep this down to an hour. I hope. But it always starts off that way, doesn't it? Let me take that away. Got my slides up. Oh, got to get my video up. Okay. I'll just keep this in the holding pattern. There we go. All right. So I'll show you that in a bit. And I think we're good. Hello, Carlene Beckford. Well, it's Saturday night. Well, I guess it is Saturday Night Live. Um, and Sunday morning for some of you guys. Okay, I slept a lot today and then even took a nap. I ran some errands early and I'm like, well, when I get back, well, I got back. And anyway, did I tell you I slept a lot today? Okay, let me do the. Oh, by the way, Harry looks impeccable in his suit again. I'll just say that. Hello, Deidre Meinke, Kim Harris. Yeah, he looks amazing. All right, let me go here. Home for respect. That's right. So the Invictus Games is a home for respect. I love that slogan. Whoever came up with that, that was brilliant. It really sets the games at The Hague and the games at the Dusseldorf. It really sets them apart. Dusseldorf, The Hague was great. It was great. They didn't do anything wrong. But Dusseldorf has gone just that extra mile to make things picture perfect. And I don't know, I guess this is a screenshot from a video, but yeah, it just seems to catch Harry in this rather awkward pose, but pretty cool though. And his speech was amazing. The speech was incredible. I did not. I'm not gonna play this speech. It's a little long, not so long, but I don't want to play it here. As a matter of fact, I'm not even sure that I can play it. That's the other thing, because if you go to the community tab, you'll find that Invictus has a um, YouTube channel of their own. So I will mostly focus on the amateur videos. And there is Eula. Is it Yulia? Eula. Harry called her out in the crowd and had her stand up. And that was a very, very touching moment. Very touching moment. And it was well over 20,000 people there. There was not an empty seat facing the stage. Of course, being an arena, there's seats all around, but facing the stage, um, every seat there was full. It was a full house. It was probably exceeded the numbers that they were expecting. And so Harry owned the stage as per usual. Now let me see if I can just forward to that little bit that I want to share with you with Harry on the stage. without giving away the entire content of the, I think it's like an 11-minute video that I put together from bits and pieces. So let me see. I'm going to try to do this. I wanted to take the time to put everything in order, but that seemed a bit much. So going to do that. And all right. Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. Okay. Ready? Here we go.
We are Invictus.
So there was a standing ovation, and the crowd was the wave of people yelling, "Harry, Harry!" It was a little slow to pick up on the microphone, but you could definitely hear it. The other thing is, you may have noticed that the video was a bit glitchy. I believe that that was something that happened to everyone that was watching. You may have noticed that the video became a bit glitchy. So, um, yeah, it was a worry, but there was not a lot that could be done about it. I suppose. I believe the glitch came from the actual hall. So I'll Oh, yeah. Oh, by the way, let me go back here for a second. Let me try that again. You see how it got a little blurry? Again, that was actually coming from I suppose the signal. And then there were people who said that they tried to upload videos while they were there and it did not work because of the it was a big draw on the phones on the cell service or whatever. So that was a bit of a problem. But yeah, so that happened. I hope you guys can still hear me because my chat is frozen for some reason. Let me see. Wonder. Um, Let me try opening up another screen. Okay. Let me try opening up another screen, but my chat seems to be frozen. It is not moving. Okay, you could hear me. All right. It says here your StreamYard has lost access to YouTube. Okay. I don't know what happened there, but let me see because it is not moving. Beautiful destination. Okay. Uh, okay, it is moving again. For some reason, it just froze. Um, that's weird. That never happens. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I got two screens open and I could see the chat moving on the YouTube, but it was not moving on the StreamYard. So I do apologize for that. Just as I'm talking about a glitch, what happens? I'm hit with a glitch. And I just restarted my computer. So that shouldn't be it, but still, it's always best to do it just before you go on. So, B. Martin, thank you so much for the super chat. It says here, Baron, that intro for our prince was fire. Absolutely. It was. It was très magnifique, as we say in France. Très magnifique. Thank you very much for the super chat. So yeah, I was getting gosh, you know me. I got very well. Actually, you know me, and you know Susie Q. We get a little emotional sometimes. So I was getting very, very emotional watching that opening. Let's see here, and then there's okay. So you guys saw the opening. You saw how Harry was kind of in the shadows, and then the lights come up, and there he emerges from the darkness. How dramatic! I mean, it is the very heart of Invictus. As a matter of fact, one of the squaddies added this caption: "Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul." Well, that is actually part of the Invictus poem. And I thought that was just whoever did this. I think I know which um, Twitter account it was, but by the time it gets passed around, I'm not sure exactly where it originated, but I think I know who's originated this, and that was absolutely amazing to think of that caption and just throw it right on top of the photo like that. So I love it. I love it. That's the Ginger Avenger. That is the unconquerable soul. And even today, as some of those dark forces are trying to work against him, I love the confidence that Harry has to just go into these situations. Um, I You just don't see confidence like that so often, and the fact that if there is something that's not right, you wouldn't know it by the way he just gets it done. That is incredible to me. Miss S says I was a mess watching the opening ceremony. So only God knows how I will be for the competitors. Yeah, I could imagine, Miss S. I could imagine, and that's the real great thing about sports is that it's a chance for people to challenge themselves as human beings, to challenge ourselves to be stronger and greater and better. And for those of us who are the spectators, is really exciting for us because their talent, their training, all of those things, it just pulls you right into it. It just pulls you right along, which is how I described social media, how I described having a YouTube channel. When people ask me, certain questions, I'm just like, don't be afraid to make mistakes. And you will find that as your channel grows, it will pull you along. It will pull you along. So that is exactly what happened with Royal Sussex. I don't know how it is for the other channels, but not exactly a physical thing having a YouTube channel, but that you have to test yourself, that you have to problem solve and improve and exclude certain things. It if it does that, just having a YouTube channel, I could imagine someone recovering, and I could only imagine. I don't know, but for someone recovering from a nearly life-ending medical emergency or some complete mental breakdown, to have to put yourself back into society again after having suffered like the worst traumas. I could only imagine what that's like. I mean, I think collectively we all went through a traumatic situation with things like 9/11 and even Princess Diana dying tragically and mysterious in a car crash, our own family tragedies, and of course the global pandemic. It really changed our personalities for a while. And in a way, you never really fully recover because one sneeze and I'm ready to dive under the furniture. So, all of those things we have lived through a lot, experienced a lot. And for the soldiers, a lot of them so young to have their lives changed like that. Um, Harry saw something in those soldiers on that plane back to the UK, and he wanted to help. And his vision 10 years ago, he had a vision to do something. And look at what it has turned into. It is a whole global community of people and their families, um, soldiers, veteran soldiers, their families, all of them coming together in Dusseldorf or The Hague or any place else where they've had the Invictus Games. And at the very center of that, you have the prince that they treated like a court jester, the prince that they tried to convince him that he wasn't strong enough or smart enough. He could never do stuff on his own. And there, but for the grace of God, there he goes, doing everything that they tried to convince him he could not do. And at the end of the day, he can't even uh, talk about it because of the pressure that has been put on him. He can barely talk about it without someone being hypercritical. And I'm sure that's not difficult for him because he really wants this to be about the soldiers. It's not about him. It's not about anyone who has put it together more so than it is the people that are recovering from the wounds, visible and invisible wounds. Susie Q says, Baron, I was so excited. I cried. I got chills and what's that? Tachycardia. Tachycardia. Are you trying me with the big words? I had to calm down, breathe, and drink water. I know that has something to do with heart rhythm, right? Yeah, if that's the case, please do try to calm down. But I totally understand. It's an emotional response that I get when I see the Sussexes overcoming all of the things that are being thrown at them, that they have been able to make a life for themselves in California. And even at the worst of the attacks, they have been able to soldier on, if you will, and get through it. And those are like lessons and such that I draw upon in my own life, and just about anyone that I look up to and I admire when I see them able to make their way through the tough times and navigate the unimaginable attacks that they've been through, where you literally are physically afraid to even be in a crowd of people, or let alone with a stranger on the elevator. You know, that's something I'm sure a lot of people can identify with, but for them, it's amplified by their fame, by Harry's birthright, by Meghan's career in television. I mean, that law that they have in California about stalking celebrities is because someone went too far. So they're in a very safe place. They have made life as open and as safe as possible. And I just get very emotional on days like this when it has to do with the Sussexes. So thank you so much, Susie Q, for the super chat. And thank you, as always, for being a member and watching Royal Sussex. Um, Let me see here. Major Mikey says, Baron, Squaddies Worldwide represented. It was touching to see all of us streaming together. Trolls were out too. Don't know why. Oh yeah, they said for the vets, but we know better. Yeah, they. I love the argument that they feel like they have to put things right where Harry is concerned because he's disrespecting the veterans. And I have to ask anyone who is hate listening right now, exactly what have you done for the veteran community? What have you done for our wounded soldiers? You know, what has anyone that is being so critical of Harry, what have they done for that community? That is a good question. What have they done so far? I would love to know the answer to that. But thank you so much, Deidre. Okay. And I'm scrolling. Wow, 1,120 that fast? I literally just looked up and I was like, oh, good. We got 500 people. Jeez, that was fast. Where did everybody come from? Did a movie just let out or what? Let me see. Okay. All right. Let me go on then. So this was the crowd in the town square when Harry arrived. So once again, I'm going to try to go back and show you just enough of that part. I don't have a lot to work with here. Okay. Oh, where's the first thing? So that should be easy. Okay. There we go. Okay, so that is mixed in with the crowd at the concessions. So this is Harry arrived. Well, actually, Harry's not in this at all. This is just the crowd waiting for Harry. So okay, so I'll come back to that. And did I see a super chat? Oh, there we go. Bessie Knox says William and Kate lived in a cottage together while they were in college, yet called Harry and Meghan a liar about getting married before the actual wedding. Yeah, that of course was a bunch of spin from the tabloids, and that's all it was. And it's a tradition in the U.S. where they will have um, a private ceremony first, just for themselves, and then they'll have the because some weddings. And thank you so much for your super chat. Some weddings they actually do the photos before the wedding because they've already exchanged their vows, and that is something that's kind of lost with the UK. It's not really common there, but increasingly it's becoming more common that people will do something privately. And yeah, I mean, we've all been the victim, or should not we all, but we all have fought against the double talk and the supposed lies that the tabloids have exposed. But the truth is, they went on a campaign after the Oprah interview to come up with all sorts of things that they can twist and make into something that it wasn't. So, yeah, I mean that's the nature of the beast, and that's what the tabloids are. They're a bunch of monsters. Um, they really are like a bunch of monsters, a bunch of demons. And the thing is, some of them have been doing this for 20, 30 years. And depending on where the news is, that's where they are. And as evident by the way they shut down the debate about the three people that have been accused of some terrible things, they don't talk about that. So if let's just say it for the sake of conversation, if there was ever like an apology and peace between the royal households, and I mean all of them, you'll be amazed at how fast they could shut it down and turn it completely around within a month. They can do that if they wanted to, or they can stay nasty and evil like they are now. So this is Harry meeting with the team UK. I actually have, I think I have a video for the guys on the left side there. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can find that one. I think I have a video for that one. All right. Oh, yeah, there it is right there. Okay. All right, here goes. Here goes. Okay.
See you in the office. Tot später, David. Happy shooting.
Oh yeah, there's no sound for this one because they had some music playing in the background. But you can see the guys right there doing a little selfie. They were just saying that Harry seemed to be a really nice bloke, and that he had came around to check on the team UK. But yeah, so that's I couldn't play the sound for it because they have some copyright music in it, and I really meant to add a different soundtrack to it, and I did not. So, but yeah, so he's going to be making the rounds with all of the countries. I think he only went to like maybe three today, but oh, he's got one of those. I don't know what teddy bear that is. Oh, and check out the shoes that Harry's got on. Check out the shoes he's got on. Pretty cool, huh? I've never seen him with those before. It looks like I don't know. They look like they have suede. What do you call it? Uppers or whatever. It look like they're suede. They're not quite black. Oh, and see in the photo over there, you can see they're almost grayish looking, like a slate color. Interesting. Okay. Don't know what those are, but I'm pretty sure we will find out. Um, but yeah, he got out of his. It looks like he got out. This may have been earlier in the day, I think, or later, but it looks like he got out of the suit and into his polo shirt, and looks like he's wearing some dark jeans, like dark denim. They may be blue, maybe not, maybe they're black, but yeah. So he has gone complete volunteer team member couture for this part of the day. I believe they said that Harry went through maybe 4 outfit changes for the day. Yeah, I think he went through 4 of them. So that looks pretty cool. Let's see. S says Baron looks like a tan one, but in different colors. Oh, you mean his tan shoes? Well, the tan shoes don't have the white sole on them, though. They're kind of like all tan, but all right. Maybe it is the same, and it just got a white sole on it. Interesting, though. I've never seen him wear shoes like that before. And that's also Team UK. I think he spent a lot of time with the Team UK, but looks like they had a good visit. And is it me or is it Nigeria? How many people is on their team? Doesn't seem like they have that many people. I mean, I saw them arrive, and I hope that's not the whole team. Um, but yeah, it didn't seem like they had as many people, or maybe they don't have as many family members with them. Maybe that's what it is. But I was kind of concerned about that. I'm just like, it doesn't seem like it's just like a handful of people. But oh well. Okay, let me go here. And I don't know who those people are. I don't know what country they're from. I thought they were Australia, maybe because Harry's wearing that. Perhaps the dingo ate your baby. It looks like he has on one of those hats, like perhaps the dingo ate your baby. Why do I keep thinking about that? I think that was on Seinfeld, right? Perhaps the dingo ate your baby. That is just awful. Oh man. Anyway, where did that come from? I have no idea. And again, he's with Team UK. But also, they posted a lot on social media. So I don't have a whole lot from other countries. But I love this photo right here. You can see that Harry is doing what he does best. He's making a complete connection with someone, um, which is really cool. That is truly a talent. That is an art. That is a God given gift when you can make that connection with people like that. And Harry has that gift. I mean, passed on from his mom, he definitely has that gift. Okay, so this was at the, let me see, where are they? Oh, that's the interview from the radio station. And you know what? I had a little short clip I wanted to share with you guys. And I mean, extremely short, so short that I don't think I would get in trouble for it at all. So it is so cute. It is definitely worth the trouble of finding it. Um, or do I have it? Okay, yes, here we go with that again. Let me see, though. Let me see. I'm pretty sure that I bookmarked it. Excuse me. Okay, this ain't good because I don't see it. However, I know where I can find it. Give me just a second. By the way, you guys, I hear that there are squatties that are running into squatties that are running into squatties that are running into squatties. They say that is happening all day long in Dusseldorf, especially the squatties of color. They seem to find each other. I don't know why, but they they seem to all recognize each other. But yeah, and I was listening to Spaces earlier, and for those of you that are not familiar with Spaces or you've never heard of it, it's on Twitter, or yeah, I'm still calling it Twitter. I'm not ready for the other one yet. And so people who have actually uh, met up with other squatties, I mean, it's all I keep hearing is sisterhood, laughs, food, um, and those kind of things. That's basically what I've been hearing from the Spaces. So it sounds like a lot of fun. Okay, I found what I was looking for, and I am going to quickly post it. Not post it, but share it with you. It is just a split second, but you'll love it. I promise you. Harry does a little dance on that show. Yep, he does a little dance. He dances a little jig, if you will. Huh, and it's ready. It's ready. Okay. Hang on, you guys. Let me show you. Let me show you. It is so short. You're going to have to look at it again, but I love this. Okay, so I put that over there. Wait, is that just the way I wanted it? Yes, perfect. Okay, here goes, you guys. Here goes.
Und wir wollen sofort.
Oh boy. I hope that that wasn't a copyright in the background. It just sounds, I don't think it's enough of the song. But as a little precaution, let me do it without the sound. There you go. There you go. Look at Harry doing a little. I'm telling you, Harry has been dancing lately. You guys thought he was done when he did the stanky leg, right? Uh-uh. He's got some moves for y'all, and we may have to wait until the next concert. We might have to wait till the next concert to see it, but he got some moves for you all. So I think the object is you. Uh, this is something that they do on this show with all the guests, and you have to kick the ball through the hole. And I think that someone else also did this. I'm going to find a way to share the link for this sports studio. They actually have, oh, you know what? I'll just give you the website. I'll give you the website. There is a website for them. And you have to go through the, what do you call it? You have to go through the menu to find it. But they have the entire interview there. They have the entire interview. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like, oh my goodness, he was on the show for an hour. Let me see if I can find a, well, yeah, that's it, you guys. You just have to go to their, I'm going to watch it when I get off tonight. When I'm done with Royal Sussex, I'm going to watch it myself in its entirety. Part of it is in German. I just put the link on the top of the chat. But they even show Harry arriving in a black SUV. So it's a whole hour of Harry talking about Invictus. I can't wait to see it. Yeah. Okay. There you go. Oh, 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 oh. Okay. All right, you guys. So there you go. I put the link. I'll put it in the community tab. I promise. But yeah, and so you can see the entire interview with Harry, and they speak to him in English, but parts of the show is in German. Yeah, there you go. But I can't wait to see it. So there you go, you guys. Harry doing the talk show in Germany. And you'll get a chance to see him actually score or not when he's done doing his little dance. Okay, so that was that part of it. And take a look here. Don't know who those guys are. I guess those are part of the administrative staff, perhaps. Perhaps maybe they are working for the Invictus Foundation employees or something. Their shirt seems to be different from those of the volunteers. So I'm going to imagine that those are people that are working on staff for Invictus. I guess. I'm not sure. And Prince Harry says that Meghan Markle will be cheering on Nigeria in this year's Invictus Games. The Duke of Sussex shared that things might get a little bit more competitive since his wife discovered she is of Nigerian descent. I think the number is 43% Nigerian. So that is what Harry was kidding with the crowd about, that there may be a little competition in the Sussex household because of Meghan's heritage. So, yeah, and I think this was, I forgot which, oh, I think it was Town and Country did an article. I think this was Town and Country that did an article about it. I don't know who Victoria Murphy works for, but I think it was Town and Country. Yeah. But yeah, so that is something that is trending right now. Oh, did you watch it? Lola Love said it was hard to follow the interview because they were translating Harry's English into German. The translator was so loud, I could hardly follow Harry. Yeah, no worries though. I just want to see Harry. It doesn't matter. And this guy right here seems to have caught everyone's heart. He was so emotional, and this is actually a screenshot of one of the competitors that was shown, and it was a bit blurry. I've cleared it up a bit, making some adjustments so that it looked more natural. But there was the quality of the video live. I'm sure watching it again, it probably won't be glitchy like it was, but that was just one of those things that everyone notices that it seemed to be a bit glitchy. And of course, enters Harry. Now, let me see if I can find that part of the video when Harry shows up. Oh, I got it. I got it. I got it. It's right here. Okay, here goes.
Really? Ja, das war alles.
Das war schwach.
Aber es war schön.
See you in the office.
So I had to. I'll show you in just a second here, but I had to make some adjustments here as well because of music.
Really? Ja, das war alles.
Das war aber schwach.
Aber es war schön. Hier so ein Strand von sich. Really? Ja, das war.
Okay, so that was Harry's arrival. Um, as you can see, I think that's like a gray or white necktie. Either way, it looks really, really good. I love the necktie and the very skinny tie that he wears. It's a very youthful appearance. I think John F. Kennedy was the first president to rock the skinny necktie. And once he wore it, it seemed like that had been a trend ever since. Sometimes they go larger, but especially for a younger man, always the slim necktie is a good look. Form-fitting suit, slender necktie. And that is the mayor. I think he's the mayor of Dusseldorf. That chain that he's wearing, that's a very European thing, I believe. I've seen it a lot in the UK. But so they're headed into the Rathaus, which is where Meghan and Harry went to the last time when they did the countdown. When they were there together, they did the countdown for the Invictus games, and they signed into the same book that Her Majesty the Queen, I believe, actually signed into that book. The real Queen, not the Queen Consort. And this is Harry and I believe the defense minister, the minister of defense. Oh gosh, what was his name? But anyway, that's them watching the ceremony. And you can see right here a very well protected area. But Harry looks like he is having the time of his life. Look at there. Love that photo on the right side there. Matter of fact, I've seen that photo being used a lot around. And where are we here? And there's Yulia there on your left side. Again, don't. Oh, matter of fact, did I show the video of the two of them meeting? Yes, no? Let me see if I can find that one. I think I shared it already. But just to say I did, I'll go back and see if I can find it. Okay, that's not working. Okay. Yeah, it's so much easier for me to do it on the big screen. I was trying to do it on this little screen, and that was like very difficult. So bear with me for just a second. I think I showed you guys already, right? Maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't have it. I gotta have it. I gotta have it. Was it just before this? Oh, there they are. And you know what? I didn't know that she could speak English, but she speaks English. Okay. I don't think it has sound now. Oh, it does. Yes, I didn't know that she could speak English. Her daughter is really good, but apparently, I'm gonna guess there's a lot of people in Ukraine that speaks English. Maybe I don't know, but interesting though. I had no idea, but it seems like her English is very good. So unless Harry was speaking Ukrainian or Ukraine, looks like her English was good. Oh, did she? I didn't even notice. You know what? Maybe I was so drawn into, when I'm watching something and I get like really drawn into it, I forget that there's subtitles. So sometimes I forget that I'm watching something with subtitles. You couldn't tell me that they didn't say that in English. So I wouldn't notice one way or the other when I'm like really into something. Shelly L says, hi, Baron and Squatties. That crowd was so loud for Harry, I couldn't even hear the cricket screaming for William. I know. And usually when the locusts come, even the cicadas will drown out anything, but not when it's to do with William versus the crowd cheering for Harry. But thank you so much for the super sticker. And Patricia Marcel, just to thank you for this overwhelming day of jubilation. I am honored and privileged to see the wonderful humanitarian and a prince without border Harry has become. He is no longer wearing his pa's old shoes. Amen to that. Amen to that. I like that. A prince without borders. I like that. A prince without borders. I love it. A prince without borders. I've never heard that. Thank you so much for that. And thank you for the super chat. And thank you, Shelly L, in case I was neglectful. Thank you for the super chat. All right. Let me get back over here. And you guys can see Harry's security guy back there, his main security guy. And I think the guy on the left behind him, it looks like they got his 5 o'clock and his 7 o'clock. Nope. Am I getting it wrong? His 4 o'clock and his 6 o'clock. Yeah, his 4 and 6 is covered. And of course, let us not forget all of the security that was provided from the German ministries. And Harry, I think that may have been for Yulia. Yulia, I think so. And that is, of course, is the dance. I forget. I'm so sorry I didn't commit the name to memory, but they had the dancing troupe that arrived. They some of them are able-bodied dancers, and then as you can see, a couple of them are in wheelchairs, physically challenged dancers. Well, anyway, they were hand selected for this occasion. I think they were also, or maybe another troupe similar to theirs, was used for the Hague. And I love this photo of Harry. Just a little random I found. Oh, all of them are deaf too? Okay. I had no idea. Interesting. That makes it even more impressive. Opening day dance was lovely. Yes, thank you very much, Deb. And Macklemore, I hear Macklemore. I didn't watch. Like saw bits and pieces of it where people were like dancing and everything, but I didn't watch like any song performed straight through, which I need to go back and do that. But yeah, everyone said Macklemore was the deal. Matter of fact, some of the squaddies that were on Twitter earlier was saying that it was phenomenal. And this is another view of Harry on German television. And this one. So I saw this quote, and I'm assuming that it was something Harry said on the show. Haven't had a chance to see it yet, but if we, in uniform and out of uniform, can be brave enough to walk, we can lead the way, especially for young people. Sharing your experience right now on stage for someone that's watching you, you're probably saving their life. Okay, so he must have said that in his speech at the Invictus, but very, very good. And that's another thing. I have to go back and watch the speech again because I'm not sure that I've seen the entire speech. I looked for it on their YouTube channel, but when I tried to scroll back to it, I couldn't find it because it was a kind of a long ceremony, I think. And when I tried to go back to find it, I could not find it. So I'm going to have to just make sure that I have like a complete unedited version of his speech to watch. But yeah, I cannot wait to watch this. I really do want to watch it. And this was in the BBC News. Cancer patient, the Invictus Games is giving me purpose. This is a young lady. Actually, well, she's not that young. I think she's 54, if I remember. But yeah, Miss Sands, 54. She actually got lung cancer and she never smoked. She was not a smoker. And anyway, it says here a former Army GP who has non smokers' lung cancer said training for the upcoming Invictus Games had given her a sense of purpose. Amanda Sands from Oakham, Rutland, was a regimental medical officer in the British Army until she was medically discharged last year. She will compete in multiple events for Team UK at the Games, including rowing. The Invictus Games is a sporting competition for people who have been injured while serving their countries. Ms. Sands, 54, said training had helped to take her mind off cancer treatment. While I'm in a gym lifting weights, I'm not thinking about my illness, she said. I want to showcase mainly to myself, but also friends and family who that I can go out there and still be the Amanda from the past that loves to do sports and compete. Also, I want to inspire other people who've got health conditions. So, very, very powerful. Now, what I'm wondering, and I don't want to put, you know, that kind of information out there if it's not true, but I'll just say this: Joe Biden's son, um, Bo, yeah, I think it was Bo, had died from a very rare brain cancer, brain tumor, and in the service, in Afghanistan and in Iraq, they had these burn pits that the militaries used to rid themselves of sensitive waste, like computers or whatever. They used these burn pits, and they said that the burn pits were incredibly toxic, and that there is like so many soldiers that have been afflicted with these rare cancers, but in numbers that far exceed the general population. Kind of like with 9/11, the way so many people were made ill after the search and rescue of the Twin Towers, because, among other things, there was asbestos in the debris. So yeah, that's something to think about. So I'm not saying that that was her case. I have no idea where she was stationed or anything like that. But you will hear of people that have had unusual levels of illness or cases of cancer that just seem to come from out of nowhere. So I'm just thinking out loud and wondering if that is a possibility. But okay, Camp Bastion. I see right there. She was at Camp Bastion. Was that in Afghanistan? Maybe, I don't know where that one is. Looks like the desert though. So once again, here is Harry entering. Oh, sorry about that. So I wonder if I just sat here and did that. What else can go wrong? Okay, yeah, maybe I hit the button by mistake. So let me do this because I'm using the built-in mic and I'm sure it sounds awful. So there we go. I think that's the regular microphone again. Okay. You know what, guys? My shower, I totally just did that myself, I think. At least I think I did. But like I said, StreamYard seems to be kind of weird right now. Um, all of a sudden, I saw the thing say that I didn't have the microphone. And I'm just like, really? But I may have done that myself. So let us not jump to conclusions. I don't want to falsely assume that it was some other diabolical thing. So, oh man. All right, so again, that is the town square where Harry arrived for the ceremony at the town hall. And oh, by the way, you guys, this is Senator Bill Nelson. Did you guys know that Senator Bill Nelson, United States Senator, was at the Invictus Games? And let's see, thrilled to be on the ground in Dusseldorf to represent President Biden and the American people at the Invictus Games opening ceremony. Let the games begin. And not only was, okay, I just had to double check because now I'm paranoid. Not only was Senator Bill Nelson there, but check it out. There goes Ambassador Amy Gutman. An honor to join Invictus Team US, co-captain Patrick Nugent and Senator Bill Nelson, and United States something general something something at the Invictus Games Dusseldorf. Thank you, Dusseldorf and Mayor Dr. Keller. Let me see, for the warm welcome. Yeah, so she too was at the, I got to try to find video for that. I have to try to find some type of video. Last time I was able to get video for signing in, so I'm going to try to do that. Lynn E., happy to be a member for 3 months. I only now realize that the subscriber only mode is on. It appears I'm subscribed for less than 7 days. Oh man, yeah. Well, I put it for 7 days so that keeps the riffraff out. But yeah, so if you haven't been subscribed for more than 7 days, then you won't be able to comment. But thank you for your 3 months membership. And you know what? Check this out, you all. You see that plane in the background? You know I love airplanes. That is a Gulfstream jet, but it's not just any Gulfstream. It has the livery or the colors of the Air Force One. If you take a notice there, you can see the baby blue, the gold, and the white top, right? Well, take a look here. Did you guys know that the United States had like a little baby Air Force One like this? I've seen the 747. I've seen the 737. I've even seen the 707, which was the first one with that color scheme. But this is a Gulfstream. This is like a little baby, but it's a very powerful jet. It is one that it was made up just for the United States Air Force. It has a range of 7,500 miles. It is a C-37A, is a modified Gulfstream 5 or Gulfstream V, and the C-37B, a modified Gulfstream 550. So I noticed it in the background when I was looking at Senator Nelson. I'm like, I've never seen that before. Now they do have one that I've seen that was unmarked, but this is for VIPs of the United States government. But do you know another VIP that actually has flown on one of the Air Force One jets? Yes, that's right. The Duchess of Sussex, back in the days when she was an actress on a television show called Suits, Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, flew with the USO, a bunch of VIPs from the government and so on. They flew over to a field of war. What was it, Afghanistan they went to? Yeah, they went over to Afghanistan. So that one right there, that is, I believe, the 737, maybe? Yeah, I think that's the 737. And that is the Gulfstream. So go USA. I didn't know they had anything like that. Oh, let's see. S says, time flies when you're having fun. 5 months membership. Thank you so much for that. All right. So, who knows? Maybe the Sussexes will use it one day. Sound not so clear, really. Okay. Anybody else having a problem with the sound? Let me make sure that it's working. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, there it is. Okay, it looks like it is working. And I do have it coming through the microphone, so that should be okay. But yeah, try to, I guess not log out, but you know what I mean? Just you know what I mean? Yeah, log out and log back in or something. I mean, not log out, but you know what I mean. Try that. Maybe that'll help. Okay, so you can hear clearly. All right, very good. Thank you so much. All right, and Invictus is streaming. I'm sorry, not streaming, but trending. Someone posted this from the what is it? I was about to call it the Twitter. From the what the hell is it? From the Netflix. Anyway, it seemed to get a bit of a bump, which I thought it might because of the Invictus Games. It has drawn some interest from the Invictus Games to the heart of Invictus. So there you go. Hopefully it will become incredibly popular by the end of the week. I hope so. And please say it's true. Please say it's true. National Reparations Commission in the Caribbean are planning to demand financial reimbursement directly from UK institutions with historical links to slavery, including the royal family and Church of England. I hope so. I hope so. I can't wait until they get a bill for the damages that have been committed. As a matter of fact, there has been one individual who has been fighting for reparations.
Prince, Trenchtown wants $245 billion. That's what Trenchtown wants. $345 billion. Yes, thank you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what Trenchtown wants. Yes. What do you mean?
Yes, Trenchtown has been fighting for reparations for the longest. In the most polite manner, they have been fighting for reparations. He was even nice enough to call him, "Hey, Prince." Okay, so yesterday, you guys, and by the way, I'm just about done. This was like pretty much it. So if you guys have to get your sleep on, if you have to go to church tomorrow, or whatever your plans are, I'm done. But I'm going to end with this. So yesterday, I told you guys I was incredibly proud of seeing the first woman vice president at this Indonesia 2023, what is it, ASEAN summit. Very, very proud. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Okay. As a matter of fact, I don't suppose I even know what state he's a senator from. Okay, so there's that. And then, of course, as you know, someone was inspired to create this image of Ruby Bridges in a space where she wasn't necessarily welcomed by all. And, well, that's the same thing that has happened to the vice president. Oh, sorry, went back too far. So, okay, let me make sure I get this right. I want you, now I had to change the music per copyright, but check it out. I have never, and I do mean never, I have never seen a United States vice president shake her groove thing like that before, or his groove thing. I've never seen a vice president do some hip hop moves like that. Now, I can't remember the song that they were dancing to, but it was some hip hop song. The 50th anniversary of hip hop, or was that what it was, or something? Well, anyway, good on you, Vice President Kamala Harris, for the moves. Love it. And thank you all for watching Royal Sussex. Thank you for your very generous contributions. Thank you to the moderators for keeping this a safe space as per usual. Oh, yeah, I remember Obama was dancing that time. Yeah, well, he's not a vice president. But I guess on principle, that is something that we've never seen a president dance like that before. So he was on the Ellen show, I think, when I saw him dance. All right. Good night, Brenda Lawler. Good night, everyone. Oh, look at that. It's just about an hour. I did good. Okay, guys, I will see you guys tomorrow. And I will work on uploading some of those videos to the YouTube. So if you want to watch them again, don't forget there's a link at the top of the chat so you can go and watch that German sports show so you can see our Harry. If you don't want to watch all of it, just skip through to the good parts like I do. And also, thank you to our queens. I say we owe them just about everything where those Sussexes are concerned. And with that, you guys, I am going to look for the last word of the day. There it is. Good night, everyone. How profound. I love it. Okay, and on to, thank you, Susie Q. Good night. And on to the Ginger Avenger, Anastasia. I didn't even say hi to you today. Hey, Anastasia. Okay, on to the Ginger Avenger, and see you all tomorrow. By the way, I got my little miniature folding chairs where you can like put your phone on it and everything. I don't know who sent that to me with the Royal Sussex wish list, but thank you so much. I love these things. You know, there's several of them in the package. I love that. I wish I could put like the Royal Sussex logo on them. Maybe I'll print out some stickers or something. But thank you for that. Forgot to mention that. Okay, cue Ginger Avenger. I do have a list. Thank you very much, Sherry Ware. Thank you, B. Martin, Susie Q, Shelly L, Patricio, Marcel, Lynn E for the 3 months, and S for 5 months. All righty. Thank you. Good night, everyone.